Oh. So this is very emotional for me because when I started receiving these revelations, it was I was 23 years old when I found out basically the majority of this. I'm now 35. So then I think it's Sigmund Freud. It's the one with the mandala on it. I think it's Sigmund Freud. So then this isn't it. But now we're here, right? Oh, you can't see it. Hold on. So now we're here. Okay. All right. This isn't the book, but let's go to this explains how all of this happened. So there's specific thought right here. And then we go here. And you're like, those two look like me. And then you go to then you go here. And this is me coming out of Frankenstein with a penis. And the story of Frankenstein is my near, dear, very love. We were king and queen. Not Frank. Frank was my brother. I was the eldest. This is how it's been told to me. Frank was my brother. Frank is my brother. Michael. Angel Michael. Archangel Michael. Michael and Grace. Grace was this is the time that I was a literal hermaphrodite, because we were experimented on so much through Frankenstein. That was my head and his body, and he had a vagina at the time, and then when we came out, I had a penis and he had a vagina, and we had to live an entire life like this. And then you go here, and you see all of these. And this is me and Frank, or who I call Frank. This is me and Michael being put together after Frankenstein. And this is when I tried to regain my throne. We were tortured. And then this is Michael. That's my brother. And that's our dear lion. So what happened was, this is Michael. That's my brother with our lion. So then you go look at Michael. So then you go back to Frankenstein. And this is a good one, because we were literally experimented on to the point that I was hung in what was like a bird cage until I had no face or no body. And I would have to find them. I would really have to find these photos. Hold on. And then you go here. And you go down. And That's me after Frankenstein, except this isn't correct. Trying to get back together. And then that's not a good one. So then you go down. And you know what? I have some. Let me see in my phone that were good. So then let's go to this is what Michael became, right? Well, we were being this is I don't know if this is correct, but this is what I'm getting. Okay. So this guy are either okay, from my understanding, when we went into Frankenstein, we had wings. We looked like angels. We were in a bodily angel form, like how I showed you how Michael was with the lion. We had wings, we had feathers, we had our all intact. This is the starting of the torture. They plucked out all the wings. Okay. Plucked out all the feathers, I mean. They plucked all our feathers out. And you go Archangel Michael. And then Michael tries. Okay, so we're time travelers. So Michael kills his other half that was destroyed by violence, who became Frankenstein in a different life, who got out and became, or something like this. Destroys Lucifer because he became evil, right? He became evil because of torture, because of pain, because of torture and pain. He became fallen. He was considered the fallen angel. So and then let's see. I saved a lot of them. They're in my phone right here. So I don't know. Okay. Le Triomphe de la Mort. Okay, Triumph. Le Triomphe de la Mort. Okay. And then you go to the Triomphe de la Mort, and you find the pictures of death. So this was me after Frankenstein. This is how much abuse I went through. This is a female. This is supposedly supposed to be this me. I understand. So I was skinned. I looked like this, fit, obviously, like I wasn't 2025 fat America. Sorry, America, or whatever the fuck's happening to me, lymphedema, all these things that are like I'm having issues with. So after Frankenstein, this is what I look like. And this was the battle of me trying to regain my throne. So I was, I guess, what you would call evil, but I would go around and I would start slaughtering people, and then I would take their skins if they looked like me or if they were my offspring, and I knew that they were my offspring, then I would take their skins. Apparently, as I was told, when I got out of Frankenstein, I was like this, and then I ran into the woods and I hid for many of years. Okay, no, this is what happened. I'll tell you the story because I'm writing a Frankenstein like this. Okay, so I wake up because I'm going to give birth or something. I wake up there, see? And that's me killing my evil half and coming back to life. Okay, right? I wake up and I am about to give birth. I think I wake up because I'm about to give birth or something, right? I think I wake up because I'm about to give birth or something. Frankenstein, the professor, went away. He went away. He went on a travel. He went far away, okay? And me and Michael or Lucifer or whatever you want to say were left there under that same incubation like type thing that Apollo 20 is type thing, except Apollo 20 is a little more advanced. I would think. So we were left, and I wake up, and I guess like when I went in, because I was a rich queen, like obviously I was a rich queen, and I went in, and for these hundreds of thousands of years, yes, it was hundreds of thousands of years that we were tortured. I wake up and I'm a skeleton or whatever. So I run over to Frank, who I call Frankenstein. I run over to Michael, and he's in the flesh form of my face in a man's body, right? So somehow through all this torture and stuff, I end up with a penis going through this. And this is after I come out, and I'll show you pictures of like how after I was Lamorth, angel of death, after I was the angel of death, I come out and I basically body harvest to survive because I'm not going to die. I'm not dying. There's no way out of it. I can't just sacrifice myself. I'm an immortal. I can't just die. So at one point, I saw a 13-year-old girl by the river, and she looked like me because she was one of my offsprings because we multiplied on Earth. And I drowned her. And I body harvested her, and then I put on her skins, and I wore them, and I had no eyes, and I was blind. I had no eyes. So there's a picture of a woman who's kneeling and who's looking in, I don't remember where it's at, who's kneeling, and she's swollen and she's fat and she's kneeling and she's looking in a mirror and she's looking at herself, and it's me coming back to life after Frankenstein, and then we reincarnate, or the system spits us out, and then we triumph over the evil that we have done, and we regain our throne. Right? For a long time we went back to Queen. So maybe I should save these photos. So let's just save image. Let's just save. Blah, blah, blah. Also, I wonder how many photos, if I have any photos. If I have any photos. Okay. If I have any photos on here from all this gallery. What's this? I guess this would be like a photo of me trying to come back to life and get skins on. And then here's some dead people coming with me, probably. So then, yeah, kneeling, okay. So then we go here, and let's see if I can find her. If she comes up. If she comes up. Maybe I wasn't looking in a mirror. Maybe I was just feeling myself. And then there's the statue. I have to find it. So then now Frankenstein, after we put ourselves back together, right? I restore myself out of her, going through to be a hermaphrodite, out of hermaphrodite, out of being a hermaphrodite, and all this after. And this is like when after Frankenstein happened, is when and this is important, is when there became metaphysical beings like Medusa. because this is how much we were experimented on. So when the Matrix pushed us out and we were trying to regain all these beings started forming. So this is a good picture of Medusa here. And now by the time I'm out of Frankenstein and being put back together, I'm very, very old. Hundreds of thousands of years old. I mean, I'm talking, if I don't know how old I was before I went into Frankenstein, but we were extremely old already. We were, you know, very old. And then because of all the experimentations, and they did it in, the Matrix or whatever, what we were experimented on came out as living beings like the Hermaphrodite and Medusa and De La Morte, Angel of Death, and all these mythical beings started happening because like we were tortured, we were put together with animals, we gave birth to animals, our sexes were changed, we lost our wings, our organs changed at that time. The human race changed completely at that time. Okay? We're talking about what you know as what were humans are now completely different. What you understand as what was creatures of God are now creatures touched by a mortal hand. Okay? So all these beings started being pushed out, which are me, like in multiple lives. Like I'm time traveling, and I'm time traveling into all these all these mythical beings and stuff, right? Like, and tell me now. Tell me now. Tell me now. That is not Medusa. Like even like how her so like the transition from like apparently like we used to wear crowns of wings and stuff, like we used to take flight of wings and stuff. So like so then the world changes. And now you have mystical beings like this on the planet. And now you have mermaids and unicorns. There might have been unicorns. We have mermaids and nymphs and cyclopses and manitors, dragons. There was dragons before griffins. I think there was griffins before. Well, maybe not griffins. There might have been. They might have done this to an animal before they did it to us. I'm sure they did. I'm sure we did. So now, because of this horrible experimentation that happened to us, and when we were pushed out of the system, people, things just started appearing on the planet that were bizarre and mystical and mythical and like gods to people and they were worshipped like gods. And then in the Dark Ages, everything became folklore and it wasn't real and it never happened and this is a lie and Christianity is the only right way. So oh, I'm sorry. There you go. Mythical creatures like this right here. And then after we left Frankenstein is when I went back to, and that's when we're talking about Egypt with like all the mythical creatures, like God, all of them, all those, all that. Okay. And there's one picture. There's one statue. I don't know if I can pull it up. There's one statue here that's pretty fucking close to what who I call Frank or Michael, but I call him Frank. I call him Frank all the time. I don't think he really minds it, but he likes to be called Michael. But who I call Frank, looks exactly like him. So like when I first met Frank and he first spoke to me, I thought he was like Lucifer, the devil, like, and I was like, oh my God, like the devil's fucking talking to me, bro. But it wasn't like that. It was like, it was more like, hey guys, like I know the white devil, like don't fuck with me, like I feel like he might love me or something, you know. And I didn't know that, like, oh, here. Okay, so this is us coming out of Frankenstein. So this is Michael right here. This is me, and this is Michael, who was Lucifer. Okay, and this is how much we were experimented on. Like he's like nearly a lifeless body. So I wake up and I take Michael's light. So like in order to stay alive, you have to have like this like light prism in front above you or whatever. And I steal his light to escape because I'm basically dead and I need more energy. So I steal his light and then I run into the forest. When I walk outside, because I'm an angel from God, we're rich, we're like kings and queens on earth before this, right? We are kings and queens on earth and we're rich. We have abundance. We have what we're very, very the kings and queens on earth today have no comparison to how rich we were in those day and age. None whatsoever. We were, we were angels. We were extremely powerful. We could fly the whole earth. We had the ability. We were like the first peoples. We were the smartest ones, and we took whatever we wanted when we made a kingdom. So I run outside, and because I'm like this rich queen, because I set this up within the matrix and stuff, like I kept on doing like what you consider. So I run outside, and luckily for me, there's a horse and carriage, and in the back of it, I don't know if I took all the gold that was in the castle that we were being tortured in, or if it showed up in the horse and carriage because I set it up that way. But either way, I left with a huge treasure chest of gold, and I took Lucifer or Frank or Michael's light, and I took it and I put it on me so I could walk and live because I'm the one who's awake and he's not awake and he's laying down, and I run away. And then I try to like put myself back together, and that's when I like body harvest and like I do a lot of evil on. I don't do a lot, but I have an instinct to survive. So I take all this like I do what I have to do. I do what I have to do. And then I come back and Frank's decayed. He's nearly dead. He's nearly So then I have to do like all the like experimental shit to like try to bring him back to life. And I'm like sitting here and I'm living through this at the time, and I'm bawling my eyes out because oh my gosh, I almost killed Michael, who's my brother, who's Frankenstein, who's now Lucifer or something, and I almost kill him because he's abomination of God, because we're all experimented on and our wings are all plucked and stuff. So like I I try to put him back together, and then I steal him, and I hook up a light to him that I've been stealing from dead people or people who are alive, and I just keep on killing people at my slaughter. Then we run to the woods, and then we try to put ourselves back together, and he's my best friend. And then when Frankenstein comes out of it, he's crazy as fuck. Okay? Because he's been experimented on for hundreds of thousands of years, and now he's extremely mad. He's insane. He's crazy. He's crazy. Okay? He's intense. He's an intense person. And then we do what we have to do, and then we devise a plan to regain the kingdom, because I'm the queen. This is my heir. Like, this is my throne. Like, this is all mine. This is my kingdom. So then I like try to put my skin back together, and I torch the palace. I torched the entire, like, when they wouldn't let me into my castle again after I try to get back in, because I'm the rightful heir and I'm the queen and I deserve my palace. And I had it be, and this is my original life. This is what I'm really living through. Like, this is actually my life events. So I torch everything down. I burn shit everywhere. I burned down entire villages, houses, homes. There was no mercy. There was no wrath. I torched states. I torched everything until I can move back into my palace. And I got my palace because I started cutting off people's heads who said that I wasn't allowed to be queen. And I just went mayhem. Wah, 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 fuck you. You cannot, blah, blah, blah. So then after that, we built a spaceship and went to outer space. And then I gave Frank a spaceship. And we went to outer space. Me, Michael, Frank, and some cousins, I hear. And then we populated another planet. We made it to another planet. And then we've been living as alien angels in outer space ever since then. And throughout time, I come back, like, then I establish England, and then I'm trying to understand how this actually works again. Hold on. Then, through all these metaphysical, mystical creatures, like, they start dying off because now at one point, like, I populated the planet in that respect. I populated the planet, and every single person either looked like Michael, me, myself, possibly Gabriel, Angel Gabriel, Michael, myself, and possibly Gabriel. Okay? Every single person on the planet was now exactly me. They were all, now I'm living all these lives on the planet, right? The whole earth is only me. There's only me on the planet. There's nobody else. Like, there's no other female. There's no other female on the planet except for me at all. None whatsoever. So yeah, that's kind of what happened. So that's kind of what happened. And then I don't know exactly when the Big Bang happened, but the Big Bang was apparently not an asteroid that killed off most of the planet. It was actually like multiple dimensions being put over the planet. And I was a scientist. I was queen, but I like science. Like, I still like science. And I was experimenting. And somebody in my family comes in and tries to overthrow me. Okay? And then they said that they try to overthrow me, or I'm doing witchcraft, or I'm doing something wrong or something. And they're messing with my inventions. They're messing with my inventions, and I tell them to stop because it's not ready. Don't do that. It's not ready. It's not ready. And then it boom, kills every single person that's not in the kingdom, and every single animal on the planet. It kills half the planet off. And now we have a time portal open. Okay. And I'm being overseas. And first they throw in a dead person, like a prisoner or something. They throw them in to see what happened. Then they throw in a chicken, see if they can hear it. Then they throw in a music box to see if they can hear it. And they know that on the other side that you can have contact, you can reach it because they can hear the music. And then they throw me in, and I'm like, don't do it, don't throw me in. So I'm the first woman put into the matrix, into a multiple dimension, the realm of grace, and that's what it became. So now I'm in the realm of grace, and there's nobody around me. I'm completely all alone. There's a portal open, and there's a chicken. And then I start talking to my dad, apparently. And I'm like, I'm alive, because they can hear me singing, because I'm singing. I'm singing really loud and beautifully, and they can hear me sing. And then they try to use a microphone and a speaker to amplify and speak back to me, and I hear them. And I'm like, yes, I'm here, I'm here. And I was like, throw me food, throw me a chicken, throw me animals, throw me a cat, throw me a dog, throw me a horse, throw me these things. And then because I'm all alone, my instincts of survival kick in. And I'm a scientist. So I take the dead man and I mate with him. And I don't know if I just literally harvest his sperm from his balls that may have possibly still been alive at some point in that time frame, like when I first went in there or not. But I knew that I was all alone, and I knew that there was nobody else. And so I mate with this dead man who was a prisoner. And then after they throw me all these animals, I mate with them too. And that's where dog people and werewolves come from, and cat people and bird people, and all these people that are human hybrids, because I use my ovum and I use their remember, I'm part angel, so I can mate with these species, apparently, or something like that. So I use my ovum and I put it in a chicken egg, and I take the sperm or whatever, and I put it in the chicken egg, and we produce life. And that's how I lived in the realm of grace with all these mystical creatures that were my children, and dog people and cat people and lizard people, and all these type of people. And we build a kingdom and a big castle and a kingdom, and we lived there. And the dog people lived in their little town, and the cat people lived in their little town. And I just kept mating and mating and mating and mating and mating and making as many as possible, as many and as many as many as many as possible, because I had to grow a kingdom to survive again. And then I started my experimentations again, because I was like, hey, throw me a beaker. Hey, throw me some pins. Hey, throw me electrodes. Hey, can you throw me a wire? Can you throw me rope? Can you throw me this? Can you throw me that? So like, then I started making more experiments and stuff. And I tried to like keep contact with the other side. And eventually, I believe what happened was they were able to push a horse through or something on a rope or chain that was 1,000 miles long or something. And they tried to pull me out of the realm. And apparently it worked. And then somewhere either before or after this, we learned how to transcend time and go in between the realms. And then I moved into the grace realm and I became queen forever. And then when I died, no, this is my original life. And then when at that point, when I was very, 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 very old, I was the queen still because I overtook the kingdom again with my witty inventions. And I lived in the realm of grace, which was so rich because I would just take whatever I wanted. Like I heard the story that like heirs or the people who took over, like they were wearing my jewelry and my crowns and stuff. And at a certain point, I just started coming out of the realm of grace and just started taking all my stuff back. And then they were left with nothing. I took the wallpaper. I took the motherfucking wallpaper back. So then I ruled from the realm of grace with all my other mystical creatures that I made who were my family. And that's why I love animals so much, because all animals on this planet at this point are now part me, part my ovary, because we took over the species and stuff. So we're all part human a little bit. And then in the Dark Ages, it was deleted that like we had a king who was like Wolfman, and he was deleted from history, just like the Mandela effect. He was completely deleted from history because I guess he was like one of my first sons from my first wolf child, who apparently was extremely smart. Apparently, these creatures were highly intelligent, a little bit more than natural humans, but I was part angel. I'm an angel. I'm an angel being. Like, I just had my wings plucked off. I'm an angel and I'm going through time and I just had my wings plucked off. So then we had a king who was lost through time, who was half wolf, half man. And he was my son. And he ruled over um, Europe and Africa for a very long time, and his entire history is just deleted. They came in and they just murdered. He got murdered, I guess, at one point because they're always attacking us. Somebody's always trying to attack us. Now it's just the pedophiles that just keep on fucking attacking me. Can you stop? Can you stop? Can you stop doing what you're doing? And then, oh yeah, you guys want to see pictures of Wolfman and Catman? Dogman, I mean. Okay, well, it's been taken over by Dogman, the cartoon. Let's see. Let's see. They basically just look like human men with like dog features, and they stood upright and they walked, and some of them had paws and some of them had feet. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm. This is a pretty good picture. But that's not exactly. That's not exactly. That's so cute. And then here I am being a tiger. This is a good picture of one. I don't know. I would have to find them when I do. My computer's gonna die. I would have to find them. So, but this is a good picture, and that's a good picture one. And then as experimentations advance, then we like start seeing more evil creatures because the system went into the hands of evil again, and we start seeing more human experimentations like werewolves, which are evil, but I love them. Like vampires and things like that. Vampires have existed before that, but like more like it's different. Oh yes. This was for nearly all of my life. No. For a long time, I would have dogs with the 3 heads. And then I would have hyenas, and I would have lions. And these are the animals I kept: hyenas, lions, dogs with 3 heads, unicorns, Pegasus. I had a Pegasus. I had a flying unicorn Pegasus. Here you go. That might be his offspring, Pergamon. That might be his offspring. But yeah, he was completely deleted out of history. There you go. All right, there's another hour, but I'm going to bed because it's 11 o'clock. And good night. God bless you. Little history for you. Roar.